So it seems the Democrats are regretting their support for the radical Islamist, Zohra Mamdani, as it's not only Democrat politicians that don't like him, but even the left-wing media are starting to ask some serious questions. As you'll see in this video shortly, are they starting to realise that letting a radical Muslim take over the biggest city in the country wasn't a great idea?
Some not just dismissive, though. There's resentment. And this is from fellow Democrats who think that this could jeopardize Democratic chances in the fall. I mean, you've got Josh Gottheimer, a Democratic member of Congress, says, many of us believe, as do I, if you're a socialist, you are not a Democrat. And in fact, they put out a manifesto today. I don't know, have you seen this thing?
Sounds pretty socialist to me.
It's not a communist manifesto, it's a moderate manifesto, saying, we are capitalist, not socialist. We believe in a growing, fair, and competitive economy, entrepreneurship, ownership. I mean, this is a direct response, they've made it clear, to what you did here on Tuesday.
And that's what you get when you allow Islamo-communist race grifters into your politics. You end up with outcomes you don't want, and that are completely antithetical to everything you believe and think you stand for. Trust me, I would know. In England, our capital city is run by a Pakistani Muslim who is also a vile Islamist, who puts that religion above England and practices public displays of religious dominance with absolutely no shame.
That is Sadiq Khan, and no, he is not away abroad on some pilgrimage in a Muslim country. That is here in London, in Trafalgar Square, in what is supposed to be a Christian country.
So yeah, if Americans don't nip this in the bud immediately, get ready for the slow creep of Islam into your federal government, because we're already seeing it publicly in New York and other parts of the country.
Islam's coming to America.
Islam's coming to America?
Yes, it's coming.
Wait, is this going to be
one day America will become a Muslim state, a Muslim country.
Really?
Tell Trump.
That's never going to happen.
Yes, it will
That
happen.
is never going to happen.
God is powerful. God is powerful.
I think that for all of the fear-mongering around democratic socialism, the best response is to show what it actually means.
Good idea.
A new IRS report shows New York and California make up the top 10 counties losing the most tax filers and money, with Manhattan seeing nearly $1 billion in taxable income packing up and leaving to low-tax states. But Mayor Zohra Mamdani insists the wealthy should pay a little bit more to fund his socialist agenda. Listen.
Apartment buildings keep going up. You know, people paying good rent to live in this neighborhood, and it's terrible. Drugs, prostitution, and everything else in between. I think they got to clean them up. They got to keep on top of them. This 7-day stuff or whatever it is now is really not working, and they just need to keep cleaning up. And if they, you know, I'm sure a lot of these people have priors. They could lock up a lot of these people and keep them locked up.
And I would say that I'm still very much focused in this year, but I do believe that we all have to take a step back and appreciate what it is that she means to so many across this country, and the reason for it is the work that she has done.
I think she'd make a good president.
I think she would make a good anything. I think she's a great congresswoman. I think no matter what she decides to do, she's going to bring those same qualities to whatever that work is.
Oh, really?
The tragedy of white supremacy is that it is doomed to fail. It's doomed to fail.
Wait a minute, don't you want it to fail? Why is it a tragedy?
Medicare for all. Is it too expensive?
No. People often say, like, how are you going to pay for it? And I find the question so puzzling, because how do you pay for something that's more affordable? How do you pay for cheaper rent? How do you pay for it? You just pay for it.
Ah yes, the socialist magic money tree. The tree that prints money out of thin air and funds all of their insane ideas and has no connection with reality or real-world economics.
I think that there's a lot of people more concerned about being precisely, factually, and semantically correct than about being morally right.
But being factually correct is important.
It's absolutely important.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
From all the movies that we see growing up about heroes and villains, is that I thought that fascist takeover attempts were going to be architected by evil geniuses. And I was not expecting how unearned, nepotistic, mediocre, and just dumb so many of the people architecting this were going to be.
So she's calling all of Donald Trump's cabinet dumb, and by extension, I assume the millions of people who voted for him, she's calling them dumb as well. She does this, by the way, she talks about an imaginary fascist takeover that only exists inside her head. AOC is perhaps the most retarded person in American politics, but Zohran thinks she would make a great president. Yeah, leftists are idiots.
I don't believe that the only way to provide immigration enforcement is through ICE. I think oftentimes we are forced into these false choices.
But would you have asylum seekers be able to, for example, ask for asylum at the U.S.-Mexico border?
What is the law today? What are they legally entitled to do?
I mean, the law today, under President Trump, the law today is that they're not.
But in terms of international obligations, in terms
and that
of
is meant that the border has seen a dramatic drop in illegal crossings. So I guess that is the tension that a lot of people see.
I think that what we've found from the Republican administration has been a desire to make any and all immigration illegal.
Yeah, so firstly, why is he asking the reporter what Trump's asylum seeker policies are? He's the mayor of New York. Surely he should already know that. And secondly, like all Democrats, he doesn't want immigration for the good of humanity or for some noble reason. All of that is just an act so he can virtue signal on Twitter. He wants unlimited immigration so he can flood red states with new voters and get either himself or his gay Islamo-communist friends into the White House. But anyway, like I said before, I think it would be wise for the Trump administration to nip the Islamic takeover of the United States in the bud now, or your Senate will look like that of England and be filled with people like this.
जैसे हम लेबर पार्टी के तरफ से एक्स्ट्रा ज़्यादा women candidates हो, लेकिन कभी-कभी उनको भी encouragement दें.
It should be illegal to marry and have children with your first cousin. I don't think that's particularly controversial, but today an independent MP, Iqbal Mohammed, appeared to go into bat for incestuous relationships.
We try to step into the shoes of those who perhaps are not from the same culture as ours, to better understand why the practice continues to be so widespread. The reason the practice is so common is that ordinary people see family intermarriage overall as something that is very positive, something that helps build family bonds and helps put families on a more secure financial foothold.
Well, instead of making it illegal, he appears to want the taxpayer to pay for genealogy tests on the NHS to make sure that there are less medical issues with inbreeding.
A much more positive approach would be to facilitate advanced genetic test screening for prospective married couples, as is the case in all Arab countries in the Persian Gulf, and more generally to run health education programs targeting those communities where the practice is most common.
Well, I don't think the taxpayer should be paying more money so people can have sex with their first cousins.